Hello everyone, welcome back once again. So today's topic is we're going to take few programs using list. Okay, so we will have some practice onto it. So basically we will find a number in a given list. Okay, so we will find for a particular number whether it is present in the list or not. And then we are going to see how to convert a number to octal number system and binary number system using a list. Okay, so for all these programs we are going to use a list. So let's get started. So for the first program is now how you can find a number in a given list. So first thing that I will do is I will declare a list. For example, I have numbers like this. Okay, and then I'll close this. Now this is the one way I can do it. I can have a list of numbers and then I will try to find a number, accept one number from the user and try to check whether that number is present in this list or not. So for that, okay, I can just say take one more number, maybe 67, right? So the number 67 is present over here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth position, isn't it? So what I will do is I will use a range function because I want that the user should get the position number. So when the user gives the number 67, he will get the output that the number is present at position 4. Okay, though the list starts from 0, for the user it starts from 1. So we will display the output as 4, but the index value is 3 over here, right? So what I will do is I will simply use a range function and use a length function. Now length function is it will return the length of this string. So if you see the length of the string, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So basically there are 6 items, so this will return 6 to me over here. So it will be 6 over here. So basically the range function will generate a list starting from 0 to 5. Okay, 1 less than 6, and that is exactly what I want. It should start from 0 and it should end to 5. Okay, so then simple as that, I will just compare the number n, whether it is present is equal to, that is L of I. Now I'm using an index value over here I. So I initially will be 0 because this is 6, so it will generate a list from 0 to 5. So L of 0, when I say L of 0, basically I'm referring to this number. So if it will compare, if it is equal to, okay, then I will print that the number is present at position. Now how we'll get the position? With the help of I plus 1, because we are starting from 0 but the user normally starts from 1. So if it is 12, for instance, if n is 12, so this will be 0 plus 1, the position will be 1, right? And what I will do then is simply break the loop, and I will give a else part to the for loop. In the else part, can you guess what will I print? I will print that the number is not present in the list. So simple, right? So basically this is the else part of this for loop. So if it goes for all the iterations of this for loop, this condition never gets satisfied, the loop never breaks. In that case, this else part will get executed. So if the for loop goes for all the iterations, in that case only this else part will get executed. If the loop breaks, which means that the number is somewhere present, and the loop will break. If it breaks, this else part will not get executed. Okay, so we will just run this program and see the output. Okay, I'll just give some name like some name like find number .py. Okay, and let us run this program and let us see whether it gives the output or not. So it has given the output, that is position 4. Position 4, there is 1 2 3 4. That's perfectly right, right? Now the thing is, let us just go ahead and just make this more of a user friendly. What I mean to say, we have already declared a list, okay, in the program. So how about the user entering the numbers? User will enter as many numbers as he wants, and or let us take it like he has to enter 10 numbers, and then we will store that numbers in a list, and then we will ask for one number to search, and then it will give us the output, isn't it? So let us do it that way. So what I will do is I will just keep this list as empty, and I will remove this also from here, and then I will just go for the range function, and the range function basically I will run from 10. So this will actually, so I'm accepting 10 numbers from the user. Okay, I'm accepting 10 numbers from the user, and how to accept the number in a list? So simple, we have to use the append function. So first I will use the, okay, I can do it this way also, like L dot, okay, L dot, that is capital L dot append, okay, L dot append, and I can give an input. Okay, I can do this way also. Okay, enter a number, and I will close it. So whatever number I accept, okay, I just need that as an integer, so I'll just make this as integer. Okay, so whatever number I accept, that will get append into the list. It should be capital L. Okay, and this thing I will remove it, so you can see the code now. Okay, you can do it in some other way also, like accepting a number from the user like this way, and I can use the input, then you can give a message over here, and then that number n you can append, okay, over here. So this way also you can do it, but I'm doing it in a much shorter way. Okay, so we have accepted, we will be accepting 10 numbers, and we'll be adding that number into the list, and then I will ask the user to input the number to search. So enter the number to search. Okay, enter the number to search, and then the same formula will follow, that is the same loop, I in range, if I give, that is len of L. Okay, and if n is equal to L of I, then what we will do is we will print the message, the number is present at position, that is I plus 1, and we will just break the loop, and then we will get the else part. We will just print that the number is not present in the list, isn't it? So it will we will start searching for the number right from position 0. I will be 0 initially, then 1, then 2. So we will compare this and with every item in the list, every numbers in the list, and if this condition goes true, we will print the position, break the loop, and that's it. Okay, so now let us run this program. In case we have some errors, we can remove that. So for okay, it is asking for a number. Just a minute. Seems everything fine. Okay, okay, enter the number. Let us make this more appropriate. I will just do it this way. Enter the number. Okay, enter the number, then comma I plus 1, and then comma colon. Okay, so what it will enter a number, or enter the number 1, enter the number, and it will press 1 and colon. So you see the output now. Okay, so it is saying, okay, I got an error, I plus 1. Just a minute. So I in range, I plus 1. Okay, this is an import, this is not a print statement. Okay, just a minute. So if I want, okay, let us keep it simple. I will show you how to do it this way also. Okay, so just let us keep it simple at this time, and we will give 10 numbers. Okay, so this is 11, 30, 56. Okay, 10, 56, 37, 34 and 67, 89. Now let us search a number that is maybe 78. So 78 is present at the position 4. So if we see the output, it is giving us the output that the number is present at position 4, right? So let us give some more inputs and check the output. So we'll just give some more inputs to this. Okay, so that's it. Now we will give like 89. So 89. Okay, just something went wrong, just a minute. So let us give it again. 12, 34. Okay, now we will give something like 78. Okay, and here it is showing at position 4. Now you can see why it gave position 4, because before also there was 78. So first, second, third and fourth. So over here also it was present, but this program actually only checks for the first occurrence of the number. Okay, that's I just require the same perfect example because it occurs 2 times now at the position 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So this number 78 is occurring at position 4 and at position 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so what if we want a program to give all the positions where that number is present? So in that case, what you have to do, just remove this break and remove this else part. Okay, and just use some variable that is flag is equal to 0. If the number is present, make the flag as 1, and outside the loop just use it flag if is equal to 0. Okay, and then you print that the number is not present in the list. Okay, now let us run this. Now this program will basically search for all the occurrence of that number. Okay, I'll give 78, 67, 23, 12. Now if you see, let us check for 12. It is present over here and over here. So I will just give number 12, and you can see it is present at position 1 and at position 10. So it is working perfectly fine. So how did this happen is because I used a flag variable. You can give any name to the variable before the for loop. Okay, after accepting all the numbers in the list, and the moment I find the number, even if it finds one time, even the number occurs only one time, still the value of flag becomes 1. So if I check outside the loop that if the flag is 0, which means this condition never got satisfied, and since this condition never got satisfied, the value of flag will never become 1. So if it remains 0, which means that the number is not present in the list. Okay, so this is how you can do the program. Now let us just move on to the program of checking whether a number is a binary number, means converting a number into a binary number, and the same number we can also convert into an octal or into hexa. But in this tutorial I'm just taking it for, we'll just see for binary and octal. We can also do it for hexadecimal in some other tutorial. Okay, so let us, for that, what we require a number, a decimal number, and take an integer number using an input function, enter a number. So simple. Okay, so to convert any number into binary number, we need to keep on dividing the number. We will divide that number by 2, and then we get a quotient and a remainder. So we will store that remainder, and the quotient again gets divided by 2, and the process follows till we have the quotient as 0. Okay, so if you are not aware of how to exactly mathematically convert it, you can just go through it, that how to mathematically convert a number into binary, and then maybe you can come back to this tutorial. Okay, so let us I accepted a number n, and then I will simply use while n if it is not equal to 0. Not equal to 0 is because I'll be keep on dividing the number, the quotient, till we get till it becomes 0. And what I will do is I will use one variable to store, so I require a list. I will use a list, an empty list. Okay, so over here also we are using a list. And then what I will do, I will divide n, that is okay, if I want some another number like maybe uh, store number or store variable, or I can directly, what I can do is l dot append, okay, l dot append. And what I will do over here is I will divide n, that I will do a mod, and mod 2. Okay, so this will basically divide the number and it will take the remainder of that division. Okay, so n mod 2, so this calculation will be done and that number will get added to that list after this calculation gets done. Once we get the remainder, then the number gets, now you can do it separately, like I can do it maybe using a variable like store is equal to, or maybe answer is equal to n mod 2, and I can replace this as ans. This is one and the same thing. And then what I will do, again I want to take that quotient, so that I will do it using this operator. Now this is a floor operator, means it divides the number, but the quotient, if it is in decimal, that is 2.5, so it will only take that integer value, that is 2. So we want only the integer value. Okay, so I'm using this operator, that is a floor operator. And okay, now what I will do is looks fine, and then simply I will just print l dot reverse. Now we need to do it reverse because we need it from the back side, from the down to top. Okay, so I need to reverse my list. Okay, so let us see the output first. Okay, let's see how it works or not. So I will say something, a small number like 15, and wow, it gave the number as output as none. Okay, so maybe the reverse is not working. So what I will do is, let us do it this way, and -1. Now we will just see why the reverse did not work, and I'll just display the number in a reverse way. Okay, there it is. So 15 basically has the binary representation is 4 times 1, so it is working perfectly fine. If I give something like 14, I'm giving a small number so that you can understand. So 14 is 1110, that is 14, and then 111, 4 times 1 is 15. So if you say a binary number, that is maybe binary number 1, so the output will be, okay, we have this, it doesn't collect that zeros. Okay, it doesn't collect the 0, so we have 1. And if we have something like maybe 2, so okay, over here you can see it is 0 and 1 and 0, and before this we have actually this binary representation of 2. If it is 4-bit number, so 4-bit number is 0010. So this it prefix of 0 does not matter, so it's 10, and that is the output that we got. Okay, so I'll just run this again for you, and you can see the output, that is maybe 2, so that is 10. So this is working perfectly fine. How did we achieve it? We are just dividing. First we'll do the mod, we will take the remainder part and we will add that to the list, and then again we want the quotient part, again we will divide it. Okay, so again that quotient we will collect and floor division by 2, so this will only take the integer part, so we will have the quotient over here, then again that quotient part gets divided by 2, and so on it goes on. Okay, so this is how it works. And if I want to convert the number to octal, so simple, I have to just replace this 2 to 8, divide any number by 8, keep on dividing, you will get the octal number. So if it is 16, so the answer will be 20. Okay, so this is the list. I displayed straight away the list. If you want, you can further display it in a much better way, like for I in L, and then you can display it like I, and then give end is equal to that. Okay, and so you can display this way. So you will see that is 16, and we have the output. Okay, that is 202. Okay, that is reverse way, because I have used the this is a slicing that I've used. So it basically, I need to reverse over here. Okay, let us do it this way. Reverse it, and then you can use it. Then you can use this function, and yeah, that's perfect now, right? So our true output, this is more of a more appropriate output that we have. Okay, so that is how the things work. Bye for now. So before I say goodbye to you, do subscribe to my channel. There's a subscribe button in front of you. Click on that. And after that, click on the bell icon so that you can get regular notifications of my upcoming videos. And always remember one thing in your life, that impossible is nothing. Bye for now.